It's Don here, and I want to thank you for turning out today. Many distributors don't know how to stop cheaper distributors from taking their orders, and it's really quite easy if you know how to respond to a cheaper distributor. And I am going to show you how I've done that for a long time, and I think it'll help you do a better job too. But first, we need to thank all these suppliers on this screen. They make these webinars possible. If they did not sponsor these things, I could not do them. So they're just all great suppliers. The ones shown on the original ad I sent out are Logomatch, Trainer, the ASI Show, which I want to talk to you about that, Snugs, Southern Plus, Cloth Promotions, Showdown, Apogee, which is an award company that keeps you from pulling your hair out, Promo Social Post, and then the rest over here on the right, Alexa Springs, ASI, Sunjoy, et cetera, et cetera. And if you'll get your phone out, if you can, I have several opportunities to scan the ASI show symbol, which is showing on the screen, and that'll take you to the registration if you want to register for the Chicago ASI show. And I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about that as we go along. Now, the first thing that I want to mention to you is you've got to find the right buyers. Some buyers are not worth having. A lot of distributors make the error that they feel like they have to sell every order that they come upon, which is not true. Some orders are not worth having. Some customers are not worth dealing with. And you look at this character on the screen right now, how close can he trim that grass? It's just like buyers. They are so insecure. The only way they can dominate you is try and beat you down on the price. And I don't allow people to do that because I look at my time as being valuable and I don't want to be abused by clients. So with that said, John Gauchi is my very good friend that runs Apogee, and right there on the screen is his email address and a great offer for $50 off your first order of $150. So if you want to make some good money on an order, go sell an award for Apogee. Now you need to start showing products before cheaper distributors, because they don't think ahead. They don't think about cost marketing. They don't think about programs. All they think about is finding a piece of junk and selling it cheaper than someone else. So if you want to get ahead of cheaper sellers, start showing breast cancer awareness products now. That month is in October, but this is June. By the time you get a decision made for that, it will be time to order these products. Now, Southern Plus is a great supplier that I help in every one of my webinars. They have great pink products for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. One of the coolest ones is this pink umbrella. And when rain falls on it, the imprints show up, which I think are so cool. They also have pink bags, pink tote bags, anything that you want pink. Email order entry at southernplus.com and say, hey, I'd like to have one of those samples Don talked about in that webinar. Get out ahead of cheap sellers by selling cause marketing programs and selling pink products now. A lot of distributors don't know what to do when customers say, can I get this order within 3 or 4 days? They run all over the internet looking for people that can do things fast. Here are 3 suppliers that I deal with that are sponsoring this webinar who have same day, 2-day, 3-day service, several different services. Snugs has about 300 or 400 products they can ship the next day. Innovation Line has a turbo service. I think they have a couple of hundred that will ship the next day or the day after. And Sunjoy, who I buy all my electronic products and that I would recommend that you do too, they have low prices on their air tags right now, but they have 1, 2, and 3-day shipment on different products from their electronics line. Here's a great offer from Trainer. I talk about this in every webinar. This is a free sample of the month club you can join from Trainer. This costs you absolutely nothing. There is no reason to not do this. If you will email Chantel T at trainergraphics.com, she will send you the link to get the form that's shown there on the right. You fill that out. There's no pestering by Trainer. They're not bugging you or anything, but they will send you free virtual samples or actual samples if you like, of cups, napkins, plates, whatever you need for hospitality products. There's no charge for this, and there's no reason not to do it. Chantel T at trainergraphics.com. Now, you need to limit street selling. I do not know why anybody would go out and knock on doors today trying to sell stuff. The rejection rate on this has got to be 99%, especially in the world after COVID. So I find customers from my neighbors, my social media contacts, my networking, creative mailing programs, referrals are 35% of my business, and I do volunteer work all the time. I get a lot better leads and prospects from this manner of prospecting than street selling. Now, on the right, it is time to start selling golf products or golf products for charity golf tournaments. Innovation Line has some great full color golf towels. You can see them on the screen right there. They are just absolutely beautiful. Those graphics pop off of those towels. Like to have a sample of it. It's Chris at innovation-line.com. Remember, Innovation Line has one-day service on a bunch of products. And if you're looking for some golf items, that's the supplier that I would go to right now for those. Now let's talk about the ASI Chicago show. I've been to this show every year in Chicago. For 20 years, I think they've had it up there. This year, it's July 22nd to 24th. I will be there. I would love for you to attend. If you do, I would be happy to sit and talk to you in any way that I can help you. This is the last major show of 2025. There is the place you can scan for the form that comes up to register. But Tim Andrews is president of ASI, is a really nice friend of mine, and he will tell you like it is. Listen to his little brief message here about the ASI show.
Hi, Tim Andrews of ASI here, talking about ASI Show Chicago, July 22nd to 24th. Chicago's a great city. I grew up in Indiana, a Hoosier. Love to come to Chicago every year for the ASI show. My 5 top reasons that everyone should be in Chicago, July 22nd, 24th. First of all, lock in your sales strategy for the second half of the year. We've had a very interesting first half. The second half is really important. You can really nail it in the second half of the year by coming to ASI Show Chicago. Secondly, face-to-face. Business is face-to-face. This is a really face-to-face personal industry. Come to Chicago, meet suppliers you already know, meet suppliers you don't know yet that have great products, and meet other distributors you can learn from. Number 3, lots of distributor perks. Free hotel rooms, chances to win all sorts of awards and prizes. Number 4, unmatched networking. Get to know suppliers in a personal kind of way. Meet them on the show floor, off the show floor, same with distributors. And number 5, the Bears. You get to see Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher on the stage with me. He's going to throw out a couple of autographed footballs into the audience, and we're going to talk about what it's like to represent brands as a person, as a football player, with companies like Nike and Old Spice he's worked for. So don't miss it. ASI Chicago, July 22nd to 24th, asishow.com.
Tim is a great man, and he is not kidding you when he says about how good this show is. I learned so many things from it, and if you can scan that QR code right there, and it'll go right to the sign-up sheet, or tell you how to do that. But I'd love to meet you there, and I'm not shining you on this. That's a great way to learn how to sell, and especially beat low price bidders. Now, Southern Plus has some great product videos that run about 30 to 45 seconds. There's 87 of them on their website. All you got to do is go to Southern Plus, and these are all listed under product videos. And you can text these, you can email them, you can post these on social media, which is what I would do. And you will get some good action from customers that saying, hey, I saw that little 45-second video on the camo coolers. Tell me more about that. Fitness products, they have great umbrellas, and anything that you need to sell, Southern Plus can provide a video for it. And speaking of social media, if you need help with social media, which I think everybody does, you've got to keep up with this on a daily basis for it to work. A lot of distributors just work social media when they can. They're not consistent. But Greg Blumstein, my dear friend, he's you see his picture there in the middle of the screen. He does email marketing for distributors, and he also does social media publishing, where he creates flyers with your logo on them and posts them on your Facebook account, your LinkedIn accounts. He's a distributor just like me. He's not trying to steal your customers. He is here to help you. Greg at promosocialpost.com. He's got some special deal going now where he'll give you a month for free, 2 months for free, 3 months for free. I don't know what it is right now, but it is a great deal. If you just email Greg at promosocialpost.com and tell him I told you you are interested in looking at what it has, He won't bug you to death. He's just a nice, honest man. And this is a great person to help you with your social media. Now, maintaining standards protects you from cheap distributors. Most distributors operate with no standards at all. I operate by 5 principles on every order. If anybody comes to me and does not respond to me the way that I want to, I do not deal with them. I walk away from orders with no profit or ornery people. I fire bad customers. If you don't pay me or you just bug me for samples all the time, I'm not going to do it unless you're buying orders. I sell for strong suppliers. I don't get up on those search engines and look for the cheapest supplier. I will buy from suppliers that I know, like Showdown, Pen Machine, a Pencil, people that are reliable. I am not intimidated by cheap sellers, and I have a creative brand presence, which you need to have too. If you will have these and walk away from bad suppliers or not be intimidated by people, you will sell more because you'll have more time to sell high quality prospects than lowlifes that will do nothing but beat you down on the price. Now let's talk about selling motorcycle kickstand pads. Sturgis, the motorcycle rally up in Sturgis, South Dakota, is August 1st to August 10th. I've been up there for that. I just can't explain how it is, but it is just the most fabulous show you've ever seen in your life. But I'm interested in making money off of it. Motorcycle kickstand pads and license plate frames are great sellers to bikers. You can get these from sales@burlacamp.com, the samples, and go show them to every Harley dealership in your neighborhood, motorcycle repair shops, etc. Because I guarantee you, people that are using their services, a percentage of them will take the ride to Sturgis, and those bikes have got to be in shape to get there. Get ahead of the cheap sellers by selling these products from Burlacamp. They are USA made, they're not cheap, and they will last for a long time. Sales@burlacamp.com. Now you need to increase referrals to be the number of them to be at least 35% of your business. If you're going to get repeat orders and operate very profitably, you've got to have referrals happening for you all the time. You get referrals by doing what you say and never running from order errors. If you make an order on an error, and I've done it 100 times during the time I've been doing this, I just tell the customer the truth. I wrote the order up wrong. I did the ship date wrong. It's my fault. What do I need to do to correct it? If I approach it like this, customers are not mean to me. They'll just say, well, Don, let's do better next time, or Don, do this for me, which I am happy to do it. That is how I get referrals. I don't make excuses, and you should not do for anything that gets messed up. Now, there's a 5% off an order offer right there on the screen for power banks from Sunjoy, which is good through the end of this month. Don't worry about tariffs with Sunjoy on their electronic products. They have all those problems figured out. Now, sell events and special markets. This is another thing that cheap sellers don't do. I love Quickie, American-made supplier out of Akron, Ohio. They have themed magnets, key tags, and different items that are for certain events, certain industries. Like it says new at the Q in May. Those are travel key tags. They have bag tags. They have the original Quickoins, the coin purses. Came out in 1946 or 48. Those have been rebranded in neon colors and been made to be used to carry medications in your pocket with. Just different small things that you need to keep up. American flag key tags for July 4th be a great seller. They have drive-in movie theater projects. Quickie had their drive-in movie day was June 6th, so they had a whole line of drive-in products, and they have little darling little key tag pulls and collar pulls or collar ornaments that you can put on your dog's leashes and on their collars. info@quickie.com for events selling. You can make more money by knowing product origination. I talk about Alexa Springs water in every one of these webinars because distributors lose orders every day to cheap sellers who say, I can get the water cheaper than what Alexa Springs has. Probably true, but you know that the water that you're getting from a municipal water source down in that treatment plant was nothing but sewer water. It was toilet water at one time. When that label says purified by reverse osmosis, as it's showing on that Grand Bank logo, that means that water was in a toilet at one time. Alexa Springs water comes out of a natural spring in Mount Ida, Arkansas. Alexa Springs is a great supplier, and I tell you what, your customer is going to look better when their label says natural spring water on it, like that one at the bottom of the right, not water treatment plant water. I'm just telling you the truth. People don't know this fact, and they lose water orders all the time. Here's what a pallet order looks like. A lot of distributors don't know what a pallet is. I think it's 2,052 bottles, 2,025, 2,052, something like that. There's 24 bottles per case. There they are lined up on a pallet ready to ship. There is the flyer for Alexa Springs Water. Don't worry where you ordered from. They have 7 shipping locations in America, and they'll get your orders right out, Brian, at alexasprings.com for water samples and how to get virtuals done by them. They'll do those for you absolutely free. Now, avoid suppliers who outsource customer service. I cannot stand to deal with a supplier who has offshore customer service. The reps are in the Philippines or in Jamaica. I don't care where they are. They have broken English. I'm not saying anything bad about this, but their dialect is hard to understand, and they have no sales abilities. They don't know how to answer questions on the spot. They've always got to ask somebody and get back with you, blah, blah, blah. Buy from suppliers in the U.S. who have USA-based supplier reps. Quickie is in Ohio. They're in Akron, Ohio. Everybody is from Akron, Ohio, you talk to. Trainer, everybody you talk to, Trainer is from Syracuse, Indiana. Showdown, everybody you talk to at Showdown is in Minneapolis. Southern Plus, everybody you talk to at Southern Plus is in Georgia. You talk to one person, they know how to deal with you. They've been in this business for a long time. Stay away from these mega suppliers with this offshore customer service. Now, do you use Vector or Raster Art? This is off the subject, but Kevin Walsh, who owns Showdown, who I just mentioned, there's his picture on the screen. He is a fine guy. He wants you to know that if you know artwork, you will get orders away from cheaper sellers. Cheaper sellers don't know the difference in raster and vector art. I did not know the difference in a long time, but vector art is art that is created that can be expanded without the lines breaking up. That means you can take a 3-inch piece of vector art and blow it up to 10 inches and it's going to look the same. Or raster art, when it goes from 3 inches up to a bigger size, like you see on the screen there on the right with the fuzzy eyeball, that's raster art. If you'll tell these customers, hey, I need to have vector art, well, so-and-so didn't tell me I needed that, well, here's why. You will look like a hero. info@showdowndisplays.com for printed catalogs. They actually have hard copy catalogs. The best self-promotion item I've ever used are lens cleaning cloths from Cloth Promotions, who I've dealt with for almost 20 years. They also have a catalog you can order from orders@clothpromotions.com. But I have all my business cards are lens cleaning cloths that are folded up in a pouch like you're seeing at the top right-hand top of the screen. The cloth is laid out. You can see it at the top when it's folded up. That's what it looks like in the pouch. I've also sent these for holiday greetings, my Christmas greetings, for Hanukkah greetings. I've also used these anti-fog cloths they have. These will keep your glasses from fogging up. Samples of both of these products, orders at clothpromotions.com. It's the best self promos I've ever used. Now, Bensel has a lot of great sample orders. So if you're looking for self promo orders, Bensel has American-made pens. You can get 50 American-made pens for $70. They have smash lights. Those are the greatest flashlights I've ever seen in my life. And they have a super gator clip. All of these products are on self-promo. See Madlock at Bensel.com. Carla owns the company, or she and her husband do, and they just do an absolutely great job. So that's some great self-promos from Bensel. Another supplier who has self-promos is Sunjoy. I talked to you about Sunjoy. You can get self-promo power banks with your logo on it, a wireless speaker with your logo on it. You can get wireless chargers with your logos, and they even have earbuds. There's a great $50 off an order coupon for Sunjoy. Bella at sunjoy.us if you want promo or self-promo orders from Sunjoy. Customer loyalty programs are something you should be selling. Cheap sellers don't know how to sell programs. Pickleball is one of the greatest things going. People just go wild over playing pickleball. You can create and maintain loyalty by creating pickleball programs. There are all these tennis facilities are adding pickleball courts. Pickleball courts are going in apartment complexes and just everywhere where people do athletic things. Order entry at southernplus.com if you'd like to have pickleball samples, bags, coolers, frame covers, you name it. Southern Plus has it. Expand your Facebook reach and meet decision makers in person. I am always looking for Facebook likes and people to join me on LinkedIn. Now, I filmed this little video yesterday to show you what the importance is of dealing with people that you can get to join you on Facebook. Now, realtors need mats. They need logo mats to introduce themselves to buyers. They come in open houses. They also need bottled water. I go to open houses before the open house opens. I leave my water or my mat catalog on the front door, and then about 10 or 15 minutes before the open house is over, I show up and introduce myself to the realtor.
Look for likes everywhere you go. When I'm out anywhere, I try and meet people, and I try and get them to like me on Facebook. That means if I'm out working, if that means I'm at dinner, that means if I've gone to an event. And let me give you an example. If I go to a realtor open house and I try and sell that realtor some mats or some bottled water, after I've secured their information, I go home and I will look up that realtor on his website, and I will send likes or Facebook request likes to every realtor in that office, mentioning the fact that I have met whatever the person's name was and that I would love to connect with them. Realtors are desperate to make deals. They do not know if they're going to get a listing or not. So they're not going to turn down any Facebook like because they never know if you might need their services. Great way to build up your Facebook and LinkedIn contacts is by just asking people to connect with you. Do it everywhere.
Everywhere you go. And the great two items to sell to realtors are Alexa Springs water. There's a coupon on the screen, and logo mats, 5% off. I talk about logo mats in every one of these webinars. M. Wadsworth at logomatsllc.com if you'd like to have a complete logo mats sample kit. And here's Greg again. I'm going to mention him another time because whenever you're doing your marketing, looking for your Facebook likes and you've added them, the flyers and the different offers that Greg can create for you on the right and then post to your Facebook and LinkedIn accounts. He does all the work for you. And it's Greg at promosocialpost.com. He's got that special offer. It's 1, 2, 3 months for free. I don't know what we've got going on now, but he's got some good offer. Greg at promosocialpost.com. I recommend him highly. He gives you any problem, call me. I'll take care of it. But you won't, because he won't do anything but great things for you. You can become an Apple seller. I talk about Sunjoy offering Apple products in every one of these webinars. They have iPads, they have earbuds, they have trackers, they have earphones, they have Apple TV, they have another type of tracker. bella@sunjoy.us if you want to learn how to sell Apple products. This makes you look like a legit seller and not a cheap seller. And they have one-stop Apple shopping. And I'm telling you, if you start offering Apple products to your customers, they're going to pay more attention to you. Now, Apple is bella@sunjoy.us. Stop cheaper sellers by knowing product poundage. So many cheap sellers don't know there's different quality in these products. I think 70% of distributors have no clue how to stop losing orders. The way you do it is you know why your product is more expensive. Tell people that. Like on chairs, people do not know that there are chairs sold by suppliers in this industry that will break easily. Southern Plus has chairs that hold up to 400 pounds. That chair from Southern Plus is going to be a little more expensive than cheaper chair companies, but it won't break. You want to look bad in front of a customer? Sell them a bunch of chairs and one of their big customers goes and sits at that at a tailgating party and it breaks. You won't be doing any more business with them. Order entry at southernplus.com if you want to learn how to get you a chair sample. Now, to get to immediate buyers, visit food trucks. I talk about this a lot because I don't think distributors call on food trucks enough. You can sell folding chairs, I just talked about, tables from Southern Plus, napkins, cups, and food packaging from Trainter. They have color changing cups, would be great for food trucks to serve drinks in. They have food packaging, they have napkins. There's a free screen charge for Trainter on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and you can get samples of Trainter products from Chantel T at Trainter Graphics. Remember, they have the free Sample of the Month Club, and there's a flyer for Southern Plus above. Start selling food trucks because you can meet the buyer in person, and that is the decision maker. I trade out products and services with my vet. I used to have two older dogs, and I had two older dogs and my younger dog, my Chihuahua dog, Ruan. My two older dogs have passed away, but I was doing a trade out with my vet when I lived in Grapevine. And after Betty and Gracie died, I just said, I got nothing else to trade out. And but my little Chihuahua Terrier dog was pretty healthy, so she didn't need any vet services. And so after they both went away, Betty and Gracie, I told the vet that. He says, Don, we don't care. We still need somebody to buy our promo products for. We'll just pay you. So I turned what was a trade out situation into a full paying customer. One of the biggest things that vets need are mats to keep vet offices clean. And Wadsworth at LogoMatsLLC.com for pet mats. Now, all your customers are award buyers. I like this, very dramatic with those curtains coming back. Here's two $50 off an order coupons from Apogee on the screen. There's a little ad for Apogee of some of the products that they create in the middle. And Recognition is the #1 repeat order product and the highest profit per order product in the industry. We make over 50% on all award orders. My dear friend John Gauchi is so nice. Here he is.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Don. Johnny G from Apogee. We're talking about different forms of recognition today. We're talking about maybe a bright idea. That's right. We've got some really fun LED custom-shaped awards. You can buy these things one at a time. They come with a remote control. You send us a logo, we'll make them. They're easy to sell. They're super fun. They're great for gifting. Show these things to your customer. Maybe shut the lights off and have a little bit of fun. Don, Thanks for all your support. Everybody out there, Johnny G from Apogee. Let's sell some awards. Let's have some fun.
John is such a nice man. Here's his card on the screen, his email address. If you've got a customer that you would like to have a sample of an award done, he will do a spec for you for absolutely nothing. All you've got to do is email him a logo and say, what would you think this would go well on? He will pick out the product, he will send it to you, and you can follow up. And when he's done this for me, I am closing like 70% of these sales. So Apogee is just a great award supplier, and John is just a stand-up guy. USA made, USA customer service. And you can increase sales by telling the truth. A lot of distributors lie, a lot of suppliers lie to get people to buy their products. Now, there are different packaging ways for bottled water. You need to look at the word purified. We've got Aquafina there on the left. Well, guess Aquafina's owned, I believe, by Coca-Cola. They're purified sewer water. Pure Life water over here, purified sewer water. Here's another instance of somebody trying to make the product look better because they claim the container is reusable. But in reality, it takes more energy to make that metal bottle than it does about 4 plastic bottles. And Alexa Springs makes its own bottles in Mount Ida, Arkansas. So that cuts down on transit for bottles, saving energy. So sellers that are claiming that aluminum is better than plastic, they're not telling you the truth. Here are some tariff-free USA-made products from Ad Capital Customer Service in Monroe, North Carolina. You have 1 rep, not 10. These are great older products. Like down here at the bottom, there's tote bags. Above it are hot pads. Over here on the left, we've got prayer cloths. If you go to your church, sell them prayer cloths. Those little flags that you stick in the yards are made by Ad Capital. In the center, Ad Capital makes American-made aprons. And up there at the top left are shoe covers. This is a great product to sell to realtors who need people to go in open houses. Every time they put those shoe covers on, they are seeing your logo. Sales team at adcapital.com for these samples. This is another American-made supplier who has customer service that you can depend on. Now, most promo items do not reveal themselves so quickly. I swear, it's my last pitch on water. I know I talk about it a lot, but you should be out calling on selling water where you visit. If you go to a museum to see an exhibit, go talk to the gift shop manager about their bottled water. If you go to the bank to open up an account or get a car loan or something, talk to the bank about bottled water. Where you golf, every one of these labels has got natural spring water on it. Makes your customer look look a lot better. So always look for those bottles filled with sewer water. Alexa Springs coupon on the screen right now. Now here is, I'm sorry, there's another thing about Alexa Springs. Vehicle dealers buy 3 pallets a month. That's 6,000 bottles a month. So if you want high volume water customers, call on auto dealers. They also, there's a picture of a pallet on the right. They also make labels that can go on bottled water for vehicle dealers to use as business cards. Great way to go out on the lot, hand that to a customer, and they know exactly who the salesperson is. Now, here are a couple of little short videos on how bottled water is bottled. That's kind of the ending of the bottled water being filled and packaged, but a lot of people don't know that. Brian at alexasprings.com. for bottled water samples. This is an absolutely cool product that you must show to your customers. Ad Capital has a product called a Star Chamois. I got a new little Buick GT Encore with an Apple CarPlay screen, and I used that screen for about a week. And you can see what the screen looked like in the daytime with all those smudges where I would push it. And so I got one of these Star Chamois from Ad Capital, and I cleaned up that screen. And after you clean that screen up, look how it shines. This little Star Chamois is a great product to sell to vehicle dealers, like when you're out selling your water, because nobody, I guarantee, has thought about selling a product to clean Apple CarPlay screens. There's the flyer for the product on the left. They make them in several different sizes. You can email sales team at adcapital.com and say, hey, I saw Sanders' webinar on the Star Chamois. Send me a couple of samples, and they will. This product will also clean phone screens, LED TV screens, keyboards, anything that needs microfiber cleanup. I'm not kidding you. This is a really cool application, and I guarantee you, no cheap seller has thrown this product to anyone ever. Now let's talk about Gill. I've only got 2 more slides in the webinar here, so please stay with me. Gill is another USA-made, not mess around supplier. American-made, USA customer service, on-time delivery, no excuses, no direct selling like a couple of other sticker samples in this industry do. Gill does not do that. They're a top 40 rated supplier, top rated on ESP and Sage. There's a 20% off an order coupon right now on the screen for Gill. Mike M at gill-line.com if you'd like to have a sample kit. Gill is a wonderful supplier. You use them because they will show you how to beat cheaper sellers every time. Here's a little thing, a little pitch on virtual samples. I create virtual samples of mats all the time and send them to my customers, and I close about 4 out of 5 of these orders, about 65, 70%, maybe 80%. I don't know. It's a lot. And I created 5 different virtuals recently, one for Macho Storage, Virginia Cook Realtors, Grand Bank, Castle Creek Manor, and Best Motor Court. I sold 4 of the 5 mats, and they came from Logo Mats. And here's a little pitch from Logo Mats.
Hey everybody, I'm Miles at Logo Mats, and you're about to see some of our best-selling products. Super Scrape Impressions is our most popular outdoor logo mat. Digital printing on an all-rubber mat makes this the perfect branding element right outside the door. Super Scrape Impressions mats are tough with circular surface cleats for scraping and traction. They are UV chemical and oil resistant and easy to clean. They are meant for use in high-traffic outdoor areas, and as always at Logo Mats, we have no setup or art fees and also a 5-day standard production time. For more information, contact us at sales@logomatsllc.com.
You can email that address and say, hey, you know, I talked to Don Sanders, I watched this webinar, and will you do a virtual for me of these 3 customers? And they'll bang those right out for you. I use virtual samples or actual product samples all the time to sell orders. And here's an actual sample order, a free spec sample for Pin Machine. Pin Machine bought out Jimpire, a couple of years ago, and it's Michael at pinmachine.com. There's their phone number. And all you got to do is email Michael and send him a vector art of your logo or some good art, one of your customers' logo, and he'll actually make you an actual pin sample. And you want to make a sale, you show an actual pin sample to somebody, and they're going to know that you're serious. So there's a great little opportunity for Pin Machine. Now here's my last pitch on the ASI show. You're not going to hear Tim again. I just wanted you to see him again. And I would love for you to come to the show. I would love to meet you there. And you can scan the QR codes, which are shown on the screen there at the bottom right. And then you can fill out the information after the webinar is over. But I would love to see you there. It's a great show, and I really enjoy going. Now here is the list of all the web providers, everybody I've talked to in the webinar, and there you can scan again for the ASI show. I'm sorry I'm pushing that so much, but I would love for you to come. It really will help you. And if you need an ASI membership, it's asmith@asicentral.com. And there's the Apple CarPlay screen cleaner, and those Add Capital samples. There's their email addresses. Pin Machine for their sample kit. Apple products from Sunjoy, the Showdown catalogs, hard copy catalogs, logo match sample kit, trainer sample of the month club. You got to be crazy not to do that. Southern Plus catalogs, they have hard copy catalogs too. Wounded Warrior products from Snugz. There's Snugz's quick ship sample programs, USA made quickie products. Alexa Springs cloth, Greg and Social Pro promo post. John G, motorcycle kickstand pads, golf towels, pencil, trainer, USA made sample kit, and USA made Gill Line sample kit. And I want to thank you for turning in today. I talked as fast as I could, and show up at that ASI show. Love to meet you. I'll leave this up on the screen for a couple of minutes so you can write down these email addresses. And if you'd like to have the webinar replay, just shoot me an email at don@sellpromoproducts.com. It'll take me a couple hours to download it. There's a lot of slides, but as soon as I do that, I will create a link and I will send it to you. And I hope you have a great 4th of July, and next month's webinar, I'll be in 4 weeks, I'll let you know. And all I can say is I really, really appreciate your trust, and thank you for letting me help you. Bye.